there, Powder Keg. He's Mr. Ooh La La. I'm Brian Zane, and it's time for another episode of POW Pro Wrestling. Mister, I'm glad to see you back here. How are you doing? How are you holding up after what we saw in last week's main event?
Well, I'm wearing gold. I'm wearing my celebratory outfit for my expected victory last week. Alas, Malcolm Flex chose stupidity over validity, over money, over prestige, over power. He wants to play by the rules. He doesn't want to be friends with Vincenzo Massaro, the Blanchard brothers, under the protective umbrella of Uncle Sal. Malcolm Flex has decided to venture out into the wild on his own. But when you wander into the woods, sometimes you are hunted and attacked by lions, tigers, bears, oh my, and all three of them in the form of Vincenzo Massaro, Jeremy, and Bubba Blanchard are going to hunt Malcolm Flex down and rend him limb from limb.
I'm certain that you are not very happy, obviously, about what happened where Malcolm Flex did not help Vinny win the POW Pro Wrestling Championship. You said you were wearing this in celebration. Well, it looks more like you're in a state of mourning after what happened.
I bought this outfit in anticipation of having gold in the family, but this only is there to represent, to prognosticate, to predict the future when Malcolm Flex is again shunted to the side and Vincenzo Massaro recaptures that POW Pro Wrestling game.
Well, things could spell disastrous for Malcolm Flex after what the choice he made in last week's main event, but nevertheless, Funny Bone still the POW Pro Wrestling Champion. And of course, this week we've got a whole slew of action on our hands we've got to talk about here. Now, as you know, Mr. Jonas Albert Robinson, none too pleased with that young tag team, the Flamin Aces, that's Spencer Scott and Z Perez. Recently, Jonas put a $5,000 bounty on the Flamin Aces, and he's asked anyone to step up and try and claim it. So far, much to my surprise, nobody from POW Pro Wrestling has actually tried to step up and take it. So, in lieu of that, Jonas has decided to hire some outside help, mister.
That's right, he is the assassin, Drake Kwon. This man from the outside who's coming to not only break their bones, well, Z Perez already has a broken arm, so he's going to break Spencer Scott, mash him into mincemeat, collects that bounty, which I must say, Jonas, that bounty's a bit high if you're talking about the Flaming Aces, huh?
Well, be that as it may, Drake Quan is the hired gun here. Will he collect the bounty? We're going to find out coming up next as he's taking on Spencer Scott.
All right, man, you ready? Tonight's the night, big night. I don't want you to just worry about winning, man. I want you to take Spencer Scott out. I am so tired of those Flaming Aces. I don't want to see them anymore. I don't want to think about them. I don't want them to exist anymore. You got it? You're the man. You are the killer. You are the machine. You got this.
Don't worry, man. I'm not only here to collect the bounty, but I'm gonna take his head off.
Yes.
Who'd that guy ever beat?
Feh.
You know, they come out here jumping around, hopping around all cute. Makes me sick, really.
It's gonna be real cute when Drake Quan gets his hands on this punk.
Yeah, you kind of got a little special interest in this, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. I got a lot riding on this match.
About five large on this match, Jonas. This is the bounty match, as you have hired Drake Quan to take out Spencer Scott of the Flamin' Aces. You can see Z Perez at ringside, still nursing that arm injury.
Yeah, that bum wing of his. Don't look over here, kid.
Yeah. You focus in on what your partner's got going on.
I'll part your hair the hard way.
Oh, wow.
Drake
You
Quan,
really don't like these guys.
That's right.
the hired gun from Seoul, South Korea, Drake Kwon, standing at 6 feet, weighing 230 pounds, combining wrestling and martial arts savvy. And he's going to be a tough challenge here for Spencer Scott, who is not often in singles competition, guys. Jonas, I'm kind of surprised you're not in Drake's corner right now.
Yeah, I mean,
well, interesting enough, I got a little note saying I was supposed to stay here at this commentary table. I wonder who that came from.
Well, we got to have the three-man balance. Here you can see now Spencer holding his own here on this early lockup.
oh, see what happened? Oh,
Now look at this.
just a little insult.
Little bit of
Just
disrespect.
A little insult.
Oh, but
Oh,
Spencer's,
right back at you.
Spencer's not taking that quietly.
Look at that.
Nice.
Oh,
Float over into
Kid's
an
got
arm
moves.
drag. Here we go. Nice takedown by the headlock by Spencer here. I mean, Jonas, it
Oh,
also
Ryan.
this whole beef that you seem to have with the Flamin Aces just stems from the fact they said no to you, and now you're gonna put up $5,000 of your own money as a bounty?
It stems from the fact that they disrespected me, a veteran of this sport.
But $5 grand, man. I mean, that's a wager.
Hey, that's a drop in the bucket, all right?
Oh, that's true. I forgot who I was talking to.
I dipped in the trust fund a little bit earlier.
All right.
Can you do that without penalties?
No, you got to pay an actual federal tax penalty on that one.
I mean, it shows you the extent of just how badly Jonas wants the Flamin Aces out of wrestling. Nice chop.
Unless you have a Roth IRA.
Yep, that's tax-free, baby.
Yep.
Here we go. Another big arm drag.
Come on, Drake.
Get all your financial advice here on POW Pro Wrestling. Nice drop kick to follow it up. As Drake Quan, he is going to take a little bit of a break here, catch his breath. I don't think this is going the way he expected, guys. Oh, fake out here by Scott. Oh, now Drake is deceptively quick, but he is being outmatched here in terms of speed by the hot shot.
The one thing about aerial moves, though, it's really quick to make a mistake. It's really easy, not quick. Sorry.
All right, you make one mistake,
Yep.
and that
Like,
changes.
there we go.
Just like that.
Yep.
Well, Jonas, I think the strategy is paid off. Drake Quan is picking him out of the sky using a headbutt.
Oh!
Standing
Oh, I love
exploder
it.
suplex.
Sack of potatoes.
Didn't even go down with him. That could be it. No.
A bag of dirt.
Come on, Drake, earn that money.
That takes a lot of core strength to be able to get the guy up like that.
Did you have to pay him in yen, or was it?
That is not the currency
Oh, okay.
in South Korea.
Oh, you're right. It's not.
Oh,
No. Scott will not be intimidated here. He's going to trade chop for chop with Quan in the corner. The action hot and heavy here at World Pies in downtown Eugene, Oregon. Another sold-out crowd in attendance here for POW Pro Wrestling as Quan throwing Scott shoulder first like
Such
a
underrated
shot.
move. Such an underrated move.
you're doing great, Drake.
The hot shot was just
Now-
thrown like a shot halfway across the ring.
Jonas, did you take time with this kid? Did you mold him? Did you get in the ring there with him and show him exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it?
We went over a little bit of strategy, and I told
Okay.
him, I don't just want you getting the win. I want Spencer Scott to
Oh.
not be able to even crawl out of that ring.
You want him hurt.
Yes.
I admired that. I like that.
Certainly wrestling is a dangerous endeavor, but especially when your opponent is deliberately trying to hurt you, it becomes a whole other ballgame.
Absolutely. This is not about the victory and raising your hand. This is about torturing somebody for money, hurting them, listening to their bones crack.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. You could hear and feel that elbow all the way back here, guys.
I want something painful and permanent done to this kid.
Yeah.
I mean, Jonas looking to stop the Flamin Aces career before it really begins. These guys are only about a year in the business. They had their respective debuts at the inaugural Rumble to Regret last January.
Yeah, and what happened in that match? The Z Perez busted his elbow again.
Oh, that kid's got two, he's all right hand. He's got, seriously, the guy can't barely tie his shoes. Gotta get him Velcro.
Certainly not with one arm in a sling. But Jonas, I have to say I was impressed that you busted out the DDT, the days of old. Last time was.
That's right. They didn't call me the master of the DDT for nothing.
They did? They called you that?
Did? All right.
Well, I mean, I told them to call me that. but-
Okay, all right.
Oh! Big Beal to the inside of the ring. Drake Quan is not messing around here.
But I didn't tell them to call me that for nothing.
Oh, yeah, okay, there you go. I like it.
There we go.
That's perfect.
Here we go now. Quan applying the pressure here, continuing to put the hurt on hotshot Spencer Scott.
Scott, what a dumb last name.
Here we go now. You can see Scott though he's trying to maybe use some of that momentum from the swaying back and forth. You can see he regains a vertical base.
Oh,
Comes down. That's going to rock your jaw.
Little Chinsky.
Come on, Quan, shake it off.
No.
There you go.
Shake it off he does. Back on the attack, back on the offensive. Can't get him up for that slam. Scott now trying everything he can here, attacking with anything that moves, basically. Here we go now. it was a physical battle at this point. Scott is fighting for survival here because he knows as well as any how dangerous Quan can be. Here we go now on the shoulders. Could be going for the Emerald Flosion. No!
Oh no!
Scott found an opening using his own momentum to bring Quan down to the mat.
I think I just saw $2,500 go out the window right there.
Oh gosh.
He's still got 25 in the bank.
That's right.
It's not over yet, but
This could be Spencer Scott's chance here to make something work. The fans here full-throated in their support for Spencer Scott. Want to see him continue on in this business, not be put away by some petty beef. Scott now coming off those ropes with intensity, with efficiency, with the extra speed and the impact. Sling blade. Down goes Drake Quan. And you can see Z Perez, the Playboy, cheering him on at ringside. He knows this is Scott's moment.
is it though? I'm not counting the big guy out yet.
Obviously
not.
Gosh.
Okay, maybe I should have.
Did
He's
you
still up.
see?
He's still up.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's still up.
Beautiful enziguri, but he's not done. That time it connected. Crossbody could be it. No. Tell you what, the first time Spencer went to the ropes for that attack, he was picked out of the sky with a headbutt. This time it connected though, and did you see the impact?
I did. I saw his head ricochet off the mat.
Come on, Drake.
Yeah,
Spencer Scott now in a
you're starting to
position.
sweat a little bit, Jonas.
It's hot. It's hot under these lights. What do you expect?
Yeah, it is a little hot under those
Here we
lights.
go now, double underhook applied. Can't get him up.
Well, that's a big get up.
Well, what is he thinking?
I'm not sure he's gonna have the
Oh!
strength. There's that headbutt once again, right into the jaw, knocking him for a loop. Go the exploder again.
No.
Into the sunset flip. That's it.
$5,000.
That's
$5,000. You just lost $5,000, Jonas.
Oh boy, Jonas, he's got
Jonas left the table.
the headphones are down.
Yeah, Jonas
he means
left the
business.
table.
Jonas back in the ring now. What's he gonna do? Hey, he won the match fair and square, Jonas.
Well, if you lost $5,000, you do the same thing.
I mean, the $5,000. I think Drake Quan had to win the match at the very least to earn it. Goes for the DDT.
Is that a bat?
He's got a bat. He's not afraid to use
Is
it.
it softball?
Zay's only got one good arm. Is that really a wise choice? Now wait a minute. Quan standing between the Flamin Aces and Jonas Albert Robinson. Jonas wants to speak here. Asking for some silence here. Playboy with the bat, but it was Scott with the win.
Now, if I can be serious for a minute, what kind of coward comes in the ring with a weapon? Hey, stay in front of me, stay in front of me. Now, Z Perez, you monogenetic weak link.
Hey now.
You keep coming in this ring with your busted wing, sticking your nose in my business, I'll tell you what. You want a piece of me, you want to take a poke? Huh? A big bad Jonas?
Big bad Jonas.
Is that something he's trying to let people call him, or he wants people to call him again? There's a master of the DDT and the big bad Jonas. Would you call him BBJ for short?
Maybe.
How about this, Me versus you, one-on-one.
What?
He's already lost $5,000. He can't lose anything. I mean, what more can he lose?
Chicken.
Jones, that's rich of him calling someone chicken.
You and that busted wing of yours, I tell you what, I'll even the playing field because I'm such a great human being.
He is, really.
He's the master of DDT.
Will tie one arm behind my back.
Whoa, now wait a minute.
Even one arm, I am still a far superior wrestler because I was trained by Lance Storm.
Now that is true.
No, not tonight, you gomer.
He's call him a Gomer.
Next time we're at this rinky-dink pizza place, if you want some real pizza,
Uncle Milk's Pizza Parlor.
you gotta come down to Canada, or you go to Gravity Falls. And I'll tell you what, I'll sweeten the deal and shut up while I'm talking.
I mean, the story here is that Jonas has just issued a challenge to the one-armed Z Perez to a match where he would have his arm behind his back.
Well, that's fair is fair.
That, I'll give him that.
Come with him, I'll come and slap you in the mouth.
Uh-oh, hey now.
I'll sweeten the deal.
These fans letting them know what they think of Jonas Albert Robinson.
I think it's rude. Jonas is in line to win the Walter Payton Award of Humanitarian next year. Like, that's just, I mean,
What are his stats?
Pay attention when I'm talking to you, pipsqueak.
I'll have to look it up. I don't have that on hand. Yeah, but it's not on my sheet.
You're lucky he's holding me back. Me and you one-on-one, if you win, which you got a snowball's chance in hell, but if you win, you and your little partner here, you can have the bounty.
Whoa.
What?
Hey, he put the bounty up against Z Perez.
How much money has this guy got in his pockets?
I mean, it sounds like a lot.
He's already 5 G's
I'll tell you what.
in the red.
You better ice that arm up, pal.
Well, folks, I guess we've got a match in the near future. Z Perez is going to have to get ready because bum wing and all, he's going to be wrestling a very healthy Jonas Albert Robinson coming very soon. What has Jonas Albert Robinson got himself into?
He's just flustered. These kids have got him all flustered.
He's lost it.
Hey. Listen, BBJ, Big Bad Jonas.
That's right.
Tell you something. They've got you a little flustered, don't they?
Hey, I am a cucumber, all right?
Well, I mean, you put up more money?
What? What are you talking
You
about?
put up more money? I thought I heard you put up more money. You're already
okay.
5 G's in the red.
Big win for the hotshot Spencer Scott. He avoids certain doom from Drake Quan. The bounty has not been claimed yet, but I can't believe what we heard at the end of that match. I thought Jonas was crazy putting the bounty against the Flamin Aces to begin with. Now he's going to step into the ring and challenge Z Perez to a match.
That's right. Jonas Albert Robinson is also going to make himself a one-armed bandit, offering to put the $25,000 he had going towards Z Perez on the line. He will have his arm tied behind his back. Z Perez, of course, has that broken wing. So we're going to have the first ever one-armed match here in POW.
It's going to be Jonas's first match since 2016. I mean, the rust has got to be huge for him, but you got to believe he is so upset with Perez and with Scott that he is willing to go to this length to try and put Z Perez out of business, out of the wrestling game. He's already got the bum wing, like you mentioned. And even with one arm behind his back, Jonas is still very capable of putting the hurt on Z Perez.
You cannot handicap a man's brain, and Jonas Albert Robinson is very adept, very cunning, especially when compared to that himbo, Z Perez.
Well, you know what? The self-professed voice of POW Pro Wrestling coming back to the ring for this grudge match against Z Perez should be very interesting to see what unfolds. But speaking of that, mister, let's talk about the main event. Something I know you have a vested interest in, as La Bruja Abigail Warren is taking on Sandra Moone, making her return to POW Pro Wrestling. Now, mister, I have sensed over the last several weeks that you and Abigail Warren might not be on the best of terms. If I didn't know any better, even though she's still, choosing the violent side, as you saw what she did to Kidd Bandit, I can tell there is still some inner conflict there. Are you able to address that, maybe nip it in the bud?
In the words of Darth Vader, there is no conflict. Abigail Warren is under my complete control. I have that key that represents the conservatorship that I hold. And if Abigail does not comply, if Abigail does not heed my every violent need, it's back to the loony bin back to the insane asylum, back to eating strawberry jello for Abigail.
I'm here with the returning Sandra Moone, who faces La Bruja, Abigail Warren, tonight. Sandra, what's your strategy coming into this match?
My strategy going into this match would usually be the same one I have going into every match, which is tearing the house down, being the #1 reason people are staying to watch this show. But honestly, if she thinks that I'm going to be as easy to get down as Bandit, she's got another thing coming. Because I hit harder. I have no mercy to her situation, whether it be with her manager or herself. I'm here to win. So that's just what I'm going to do.
All right, folks, this is our main event this week here on POW Pro Wrestling. Sandra Moone back here at POW to battle one of the most dominant women in this company. I'm talking about La Bruja, Abigail Warren.
This ought to be a doozy.
That's right, of course, there's that conservator, the impresario, Mr. Ooh La La, always at ringside when Abigail's around, and look at him, already getting involved.
Already.
Mr. Ooh La La is not a fan of the sportsmanship, and so he wants to make sure that Abigail does not adhere to that code of honor. Here we go.
I don't know if Mr. Law has a code of honor.
Here we go now. Moon starting off things with an arm wrench. Of course, Moon, been very busy the last several months. She's been on AEW programming, part of Ring of Honor. Nope, not quite. Now, this is very interesting from Abigail. Usually, she usually likes to fight dirty. We've seen that. We've seen Mr. Ooh La La push that sort of thing on her, but kind of a rare showing of a pulled kick there.
Mind games, Zane.
Yeah.
That could be mind games. You are correct. But usually with Abigail Warren, I noticed she just tends to just go in for the kill.
True.
Here we go now.
Trying to show her sportsmanship side.
Warren is the daughter of Big Ugly J.D. Bishop, and that means she knows how to get it done. But Sandra Moone, a 7-year veteran in her own right.
Story.
Sandra Moone didn't grow up in the business, but she is still very effective. She beat Kikyo the last time she was here for POW as part of the West Coast Wrestle Fest at MacArthur Court. Known for being a very hard-hitting individual. Look at her. Okay.
Okay.
Bit of gamesmanship, like you guys might have mentioned here, might come down to who really gets dirty first.
I have a feeling I know who that is. Someone's in their corner.
The guy in the corner is going to be the first one to get dirty.
Probably. That's where I was going. But
Sandra Moone, she was one of the first challengers to the YouTube Championship when Steve Miggs was champion. That match was held at Without a Cause in Washington State. Came up short in that one, but she certainly made the most of her time in the Northwest. She's beaten a lot of people around here.
Mr. Law is not like this. And for good reason.
Hey, big attack in the corner with more to come here, maybe? No.
Nope.
Missed the mark, did Abigail. No! I thought he caught her. I thought she caught her for a second there.
So did I.
Here we go.
Very higher move right into the lights.
There we go.
Be careful.
Watch out for those string lights. Coming down with the elbows, the hammer blows.
I don't think she can actually land those as hard as she would if she didn't have an object obstructing her.
Caught in no woman's land.
Look out. No!
Oh, good move.
Nice resourcefulness by Sandra Moone here as she tries to build some more momentum in this matchup here. Tell you what, Sandra Moone has wrestled a who's who in the last several months, talking about people like Effie, Anton Voorhees, Jungle Kiona, Maki Ito, Danny Limelight even. The list goes on and on.
Might be doing a bit of burning the candle at both ends.
I mean, she's certainly not short for opponents, I'll tell you that much. And now the clothesline attempt, it's ducked. Great enziguri by La Bruja. And now she's looking to put her spell on Sandra Moone. Here comes with a big suplex. Woo! My goodness. I tell you what, I think she was so high up she almost lost oxygen.
Little nosebleed area.
And Warren now needs to try and go in for more of an attack here.
Ulalaw's trying to shout out some kind of commands, but I don't think.
I believe he's counting to 3.
Oh.
In the French language.
Yeah, my bad.
Body shot by Moone to break up that grab. And now Moone looking to maybe come back here. Oh! Dang.
Oh
my goodness, that's got to be it. No.
Brick wall.
Tell you what, that was a headbutt so hard, Sandra Moone was almost sent back into outer space.
That's got to take something out of both of them.
Absolutely, but Warren still standing tall here as she looks for her next big move. Going with a snapmare takeover, crushing that arm.
Yeah, and a twisted.
Warren looking to put the hurt here on her opponent here this evening. Mentioned some of the opponents Sandra Moone's been wrestling since her last POW visit. She even challenged for the DOA Grand Championship.
I think her shoulder's already hurt.
There you go. That could be it now. No. Mr. Ulala continuing to shout French at his conservatee here in Abigail.
That's pretty smart, because I'm sure Abigail knows French.
Doesn't have all y'all taking French lessons?
No, I don't do that.
Well, I figure they were part and parcel of being part of the Massaro family.
You speak Italian.
Now Moone, good ring awareness there to get into the ropes, breaking up the hold. Staying alive here for a little longer. The fans are chanting their disapproval. I believe they're chanting boo la la.
They are, actually. It's quite clever.
Abigail got distracted. I think she was looking for some instruction.
That's right. Double chop here by Sandra. Going in. Arm wrench, added momentum. But look, you can see that work on the shoulder is paying dividends now. She couldn't pull off the Irish whip. Out of the corner.
Oh, mule kick.
Right into the mush. Look out.
Oh, woo!
Twisting cross body. Could be it.
That's,
just a collision.
Not quite.
Just by like this. Just like that, Buddy Ruth said. Just like that.
It was a game of inches, surely, with that 3 count. Gotta wonder, that could be it. One more big move could be all it takes. Now Sandra here. Is she going for some kind of arm submission? No, goes for the kick, but it's caught. Abigail is wise to that. Stops her dead in her tracks again with a headbutt, guys.
Yeah, she part Samoan?
Oh, yeah, Mexican Samoa.
Oh, that's right, Mexican Samoa.
Yeah.
Lovely this time of year, actually.
Oh, yeah, just breathtaking, actually.
The hills are just so verdant.
I got duped into a timeshare.
And now
those are nasty to get out of.
Warren continuing to apply the pressure. Oh my God! Did you see how that arm bent backwards?
She's gonna take that arm home. Ulala's gonna put her on the mantle.
Right. Not enough. Not enough to put Moone away. She's got aspirations up into the stars and the stratosphere, but she could be brought down to earth very quickly by La Bruja.
Abigail needs to go for some kind of arm lock. She's been working that arm over this whole match.
Absolutely, she needs to continue to apply the pressure. I'm kind of with Mr. Ulala. I'm missing a sense of urgency from La Bruja here. I never thought I would say I agree with the guy, but there you have it.
I won't tell him.
Moone coming off the ropes yet again. This is the target. Oh! Giant Claymore by La Bruja. That's gotta be it. No. Tell you what, I don't know where Sandra's getting this stuff from, but she's digging down deep in this week's main event.
Real deep.
Abigail's finished a few people off with that kick.
Absolutely.
Damn near knocked her head off.
Boo la la.
This is a match I was looking forward to, and it is not disappointing.
Absolutely. This has been a great matchup here between two veterans who know how to get things done. It has become a battle of wills here. Sandra having to overcome her larger, stronger opponent any way she can. She's going for that kick again. That time it connects. I tell you what, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, folded her in half.
Big old suplex That could be it. Wait a minute.
Oh, 2?
Oh, that.
By a slender
Boy,
margin.
I tell you what, from our angle, that looked like 3 to me, but the referee says that was 2. That is a controversial call. The fans aren't really having it, guys.
We should go after instant replay.
Yeah.
Here we go, Sandra not
Mickey
done
play the
yet.
tape back.
With one good arm, she's trying her damnedest to put Abigail away. Going for the moonstruck here, that full Nelson face buster. If she connects with this, it's over. Here it comes. Oh, got blocked.
Oh!
Nice snapmare takedown by La Bruja, going right back to what brought her to the dance. That arm submission, bending it back.
Well, this is very smart because her shoulder's obviously hurt already.
That's right, ripping the arm out of the socket practically.
Absolutely.
And Sandra doing everything she can. Mr. Ooh La La
pulling on the ropes.
pulling the ropes away.
What a greasy little guy.
He's trying to keep his balance. Isn't that your dude?
Yeah, he's your boy, isn't he?
Oh, that's Bubba's boy.
And now Sandra in a bad way here, but Mr. Ooh La La trying to convince Abigail to fight the dirty way, to cheat to win, but you can tell Abigail wants no part of that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh! Abigail just got
That's it. Over.
Abigail Warren just got moonstruck, and that put her away. I tell you what, guys, it was Mr. Ooh La La. He wanted to see more pain and devastation, but Warren wanted none of it, and when the time was right, Sandra Moone capitalized and picked up another win here at POW Pro Wrestling. And you can see Mr. Ooh La La is beside himself. He can't believe that Abigail wouldn't follow his commands as his conservatee. Oh, now wait a minute. Now, that slap didn't hurt, but that was very disrespectful. He's pointing the pinky at her. Now wait a minute. Hold on. Mister, you're going to get yours, but wait a minute. There's that key again. There's that key that apparently holds Abigail as a victim of his will.
It's a good thing Ooh La La is wearing black.
Saved by the key.
Abigail thinking better of it upon seeing that key.
Saved Ooh La La's life right there.
She wanted to really knock Mr. Ooh La La in the next week. And that time may come, but it ain't coming this week here, folks. I think the fans are a bit disappointed they didn't get what they wanted to see, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to see what was going to happen next. I ain't going to lie to you.
What a wild main event, folks. Mr. Ooh La La is going to have to recalibrate and refocus, maybe for next week on POW Pro Wrestling.
What a victory for Sandra Moone, but I think the bigger story, mister, is what happened after the bell rang. We all saw Abigail Warren give you the goozle. I think she thought ultimately better of it and decided not to, break your back and put you in traction.
Abigail came to her senses. The power of the key is stronger than any dark power Abigail Warren, any dark urge Abigail Warren might feel to go off on her own, be her own woman.
I tell you what, sooner or later, mister, I got a feeling that conservatorship, it feels like it's on loose foundation.
That conservatorship is in black permanent ink. It's not going nowhere. It's signed, sealed, and delivered.
That's right. Well, you know what, mister? While we were watching that match, I decided to make this next match official for next week, the main event here at POW Pro Wrestling. I know you've been talking about Malcolm Flex and how he stood up to the Massaro family. Well, he might get more than he bargained for because Flex is going up in a gauntlet match against Vinny Massaro and the Blanchard brothers. I know that you have asked for this. I've been hearing it from Vinny Massaro all week. He wants punishment for Flex for what he did, and now I feel my hands have been kind of tied here. That's why I had to make this gauntlet match.
Well, Flex wants to get his hands on Vincenzo Massaro. He's going to pay a price to do it. He's going to have to go through Jeremy Blanchard. He's going to have to go through Bubba Blanchard. You have the veteran wiles of Jeremy. You have the brutality of Bubba, who rakes the ice and goes, ee, ee, ee. Flex will be screaming, ee, 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 as well. And then when he's made into mincemeat, should he happen by some miracle to get through both of the Blanchards, and he's got Vincenzo Massaro with a smile on his face, surrounded by beautiful women that will pass encouraging him on. He's going to put Malcolm Flex back in his place. Although we will not, even though Malcolm Flex will have learned his lesson, he will not be accepted back into the Masato family.
It could be a tough lesson for the Honorable One next week, folks. He's going to be in for the fight of his life as he takes on all the members of the Masato family in that gauntlet match. Folks, it's going to be that and much more next week. For Mr. Ooh La La, I'm Brian Zane, and we'll see you next time.